Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do an update on the 2019 Project Pan year end. I started this in October and I wanted to just kind of give you an update. I know it's been a couple weeks. I had 20 products I started with that I wanted to use up. I had 3 foundations, 4 concealers, 1 eye primer, 1 moisturizer, 5 primers, 1 powder, 3 highlighters, a bronzer, and I would like to use 1 lip balm a month until the end of the year. Speaking of lips, if you're interested in what's on my lips, it is the Wet n Wild Catsuit in I Don't Desert You. I absolutely love this color, so definitely pick that up. It is a little dry on the lips, but it's one of my favorite fall colors to wear. I can get away with burgundy / plum lips, so I like to wear them. So since I started this project a couple weeks ago, I have finished a couple products and I decluttered a couple products for a couple reasons. One of the first products that I finished was my eye primer, the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. It was a nice eye primer, but it was just a little too thick for me. So I finished that off and I picked up the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. I used this for the first time today. Usually I'll use like a concealer stick on my eyes, so I thought I'd give this a try. It was only a couple bucks. So I'm starting in on this. This is not part of a Project Pan. This is a brand new product, but it's something that I'm glad to start off with since I've used all of my other eye primers. This is the only eye primer I have in my collection right now, so it's nice to just have a brand new one to start off with. The other thing that I used up pretty quickly was the Yes Tone Up Primer. There literally was 1 use left in that, so I just used up, got it out of my collection. I still have, which is also part of my Project Pan, the Yensa BC foundation, and this probably has, I don't know, maybe that much in it. So hopefully I can use this up by the end of the year. I'm not a fan of either one of them. They're just not as full coverage as I like. So that is still part of the Project Pan. And then I also used up the Hey Honey Relax Moisturizer. I had just a little bit of that left, so I used that up. That's out of my collection. One of the other thing that is out of my collection is the Maybelline Master Prime. I went to go use that, and that's been part of my collection for like 2 years at least, and it just didn't smell good, and as soon as I put it on my skin it started to burn, so I was like, nope, this isn't no good. So I tossed that, so that went to the trash can because it was definitely expired. Unfortunately, I like to use, most of my products, so like with that being expired, I didn't get to use it all. But there was only a little bit left, so I don't feel extremely bad about having to throw it away because there was less than like 1/8 of an inch left in that product, which still would have lasted me a long time, but it was almost done with, so it wasn't as bad to do in the garbage, So I haven't been doing as good on the Project Pan as I would have hoped, but I did finish up the lip balm. It was the Strawberry Bliss Stacks. I've been working on that for months, and I started the this is a newer one that I have. It's the Revlon. This isn't peach, but I started the coconut one. This is one of my favorite lip balms, so I'm excited. I bought a backup of this. I always have a backup of this because I literally use these like water. And then I also am working on a couple different other lip balms that are almost done. So I'm sure that I'll have one done by the end of November, as it is only the 2nd. So I'll have 30 days to do that. Hopefully I'll get that done. I have quite a few that are all like a quarter, so I'm going to try to use up those, even though I really like the Revlon one. And that's the one I take to work with me, so I use that one the most. But what do you say? When you find a product you like, you use it and you keep using it and don't change, So, as for foundations, I had the 3 foundations in the Project Pan. It was the Maybelline Fit Me, the Yensa BC foundation, which I showed you, and the Tarte Amazonian Clay, which is a sample size on the last 2. Now, I have had this Maybelline Fit Me for a very, very long time. You can't tell how much is in there, but literally I am shaking the last few bits out. That's what I'm wearing today as a foundation. It is a little dark, so I had to run it into my neck. I might have to run it down a little bit further, but it's like literally almost gone. I thought I would only have like 4 or 5 uses out of this, and I've already used it 4 or 5 times since I've started my project pan, and it's still not gone. It's like it is a never-ending foundation. I absolutely love this when I bought it, but it's getting near the end of its shelf life. It doesn't have a shelf life actually on the bottle. I've checked everywhere. So if anybody knows where the shelf life is, I hear it's like 12 to 24 months, but I'm sure I've had it that long at least, so hopefully it'll be gone. It's got a glass bottle. I'm not a fan really of glass bottle foundations. I prefer them in the tube like this L'Oreal. Just a little more sanitary. It's not open like this one is. This one has this in it, and you can tell like it's almost gone. So hopefully by the end of November I can finish this off. It was my goal to finish by October, but that never happened. So we'll extend this to November. The Tarte foundation I've only wore once, and since I've put it in a project pan, and it's still pretty full. I don't know if I'm going to finish that off by the end of the year, but I would like to. I like Tarte as a brand, but the foundation is just a little too dry on me. It is a clay foundation. I have dry skin, so it's not something that I would like to use, but I'll definitely get rid of it once I'm done. There's a couple other foundations I could put in here when I'm done with those 3, but I want to focus on those 3. Concealer, I have the It Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in here, the NYX Cover Stick, and the NYX Sketch Covered, and then the Tarte Shape Tape. Hello! Alright, so the Bye Bye Under Eye is a sample size, I believe, and I am literally down to the very bottom. I probably have like 2 or 3 uses out of it. I do have it on today. Now this is a very full coverage. It says it's 24 months. I haven't had it 24 months, so that's good. And it's in light ultra fair. So I should have this done hopefully by next week. Just to get a few products out of my collection that are almost empty or getting older. The other one that I've been also working on, and I'm almost done, is the NYX. There's probably this much, but for concealer, you don't use very much, so that is quite a bit left. But it's getting down there, and this one is just a little bit dark for my skin tone as well. But this one says it's good for 24 months. I probably had it close to 24 months, not a whole 2 years, but pretty close. And then the Tarte Shape Tape, I took the stopper out of because I am getting down to the very bottom of it. Like I said, I like Tarte, and there is quite a bit left in it. I could probably use it 6-7 more times. So hopefully I finish that up by November, the end of November. But this one is really dry on my under eyes. I prefer a hydrating concealer. So that one hopefully will go bye-bye. And then this is the NYX, the other one. I'm not a fan of the stick concealer, but you can see it's definitely getting down there. So hopefully it'll be gone soon. But I didn't finish out any concealers, no foundations this last month. Primers, I'm working on the Pixie Skin Treats H2O. And this is like down to here now, and I hope to finish this off. That's what I have on today. And I finished one and I threw out one of the other ones. So I only have 2 more other primers that I want to try to get done by the end of the year, which are both sample size. It's the Makeup Forever and the Water Cream from Nijin Code 9. That's who produces it. And these don't have very much in them at all, so we'll hopefully finish those off. I have a lot of samples in primers, so I have 7 sample primers, and 5 full-size primers. So I have way too many primers, so I'm going to try to get rid of these samples. Like I said, this one I'm wearing today, I'm not a big fan of gel primers, and those are 2 of the ones that I'm trying to get rid of so that I don't have gel primers in my collection. But we're getting there, so that's progress. The powder and Ciate London, I am still, well, I was about half, and now I'm probably about a third. So I've used quite a bit of this powder. The reason I want to try to get rid of this is because the container is just questionably small and hard to get a brush into, so that's why I'm trying to get rid of that. And I have been working on this Rimmel Stay Matte, and this I've had in my collection a while. It says it's good for 30 months, but it hasn't been 30 months, but I've had it in here a while. And I have hit pan, and it's not in this project pan, but once I finish off Ciate London, I will probably roll this in, probably starting next year, and this will be part of my project pan for next year to try to get rid of, because like I made progress on it. It's like you can see the pan, so that's cool. As for highlighters, they last forever. Oh my god. Like, okay, so this is technically a sample size, and I still have this little bit left. Like, I've been using it. I probably use it like 6 or 7 times this month. Not a whole ton, but like, come on, how many more uses can be out of that, you know? I hope it goes soon. And then I haven't been doing the Ulta one because I'm trying to focus on, and there's quite a bit left. I don't think I'm going to finish this one all the way this year, but I'm trying to focus on the Tristique one to get rid of that one because I'm not a big cream highlighter fan. But we can try that. And then, of course, I was trying to get rid of the Balm Mini. It's in ombre. This is actually, could be an eyeshadow or a luminizer. I have hit pan. It's just a little small for me to get into, so I don't reach for it. And it is a little more golden than champagne, and I like champagne highlights. I've been absolutely loving the Ofra and Madison Miller collab in Moondance. This is like my new favorite highlighter, is what I'm wearing today, so I've been dipping into this a lot. I got it in September, so I haven't really been focusing on the highlighters, but I've been trying. I've worn it probably 6 or 7 times between the 3 that I'm trying to get rid of. And then bronzer, I have the Tarte Avenue Princess, which I have made really good progress on. This is one of my favorite bronzers. It's just time to get out of my collection, but there's a little bit more pan. Hopefully within the next 2 months I can get rid of this. Hopefully. It's like super close. So that's all the updates I have for the project pan. And I hope to have some better news next time. Only finishing technically 4 products in the month, so hopefully next month I can do another 4 or 5, because I do have 19 products in this project pan, so I was hoping to finish at least 5 a month. That would be 15 products out of the 19, which would be super awesome, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So I hope you guys stick around, and I will do an update again on December, like the first week in December, and then again in the first week of January, which I also will do a new project pan video with probably some of those products that I didn't finish, add in a couple more. I am trying to focus on getting rid of some of the older products in my collection so I can start using some new products.